Good evening. Muy buenas noches. ¿Esto para arriba? Can we hear me okay? Yeah? Good evening. Muy buenas noches to all of our Wayne State graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Es un placer servir como su maestra de ceremonias. My name is Tamara Serrano Chandler, and I am an academic advisor in the Center for Latino, Latina, and Latin American Studies. I have the great honor of serving as your MC to the 13th annual Latino, Latina, Latinx, and Native graduation celebration. We are happy to be celebrating again in person and hope to infuse tonight with the energy, love, and excitement you each deserve. Some general housekeeping: please keep your phones on silent to minimize any disruptions. We are recording this celebration and the video will be available for later viewing. So let's get started. So at this time, we will be having our graduates join us. GC God, would you like to come up to do the honor song? Yeah. So at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Sandra Gonzalez up on stage to please introduce our guest.
Hello. Over a decade ago, the Center for Latinx and Latin American Studies applied for a small seed grant to bring to us the Native American learning community. The idea behind this grant was to bring people from across Abiyala, from across Anahuac, from across Turtle Island, from across Las Americas together so that we could remember Remember as in to recollect, remember as in to put the pieces back together again of our sacred histories, our ancestry, our culture, and our traditions. And so today's event is a culmination of those actions. Another part of those important traditions is honoring the land that we're on. And so every time there's a ceremony at the Center for Latinx and Latin American Studies in the Native American Learning Community, we honor the people whose land we are on. And we are on the land of the Anishinaabe community, the Potawatomi, the Odawa, and the Ojibwa. And so I want to introduce Gizigad, Christy Bieber. She is a sweet song sister. She's been a wonderful, amazing friend and ally. And of course, you know, she has a beautiful voice, and I want to thank her for that beautiful blessing that she just gave for our communities. So without further ado, she will do the first welcome for our ceremony today.
Miigwech Sandra. Hello everyone, Boju. My name is Gijigat and I'm Anishinaabe and I live here in Detroit. And it's an honor to be here today celebrating you all for your graduation. That song that I sang was the AIM song in Ojibwe for the American Indian movement, just honoring movement builders such as yourselves as you're going through this beautiful transition, right? Like learning all of this wonderful higher education and going out into the world to learn through experience. So first and foremost, I want to wish you well on that journey. And as Sandra said, we're here on Anishinaabe territory, and so just honoring the lands that we're on. Just taking a moment of gratitude for this beautiful earth that we stand upon, right? We all come from the land, and as Sandra said, as indigenous peoples, right, from the north, very top of Turtle Island all the way to the south, we are all indigenous people from here. And so just honoring this land and the waters and everything that makes us who we are, and remembering that on our beautiful journey as we walk well for our relatives. So thank you for allowing me to be here and sing that song for you, and wishing you all the best on your journeys. Miigwech.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Jorge L. Chinea, Director of the Center for Latino, Latina, and Latin American Studies and Professor of History, will share a welcome and congratulatory message. Dr. Chinea.
Muy buenas tardes a todos y todas. Me complace y me enorgullece ver a todos los padres, madres y las familias y las amistades de los estudiantes que se gradúan en el día de hoy, en esta tarde. It gives me great satisfaction to see so many of the people from the community here, parents, the fathers, the mothers, the relatives, and the friends of the students who are graduating today. This is the first step. This is why we call it El Nuevo Comienzo. It's the first start. This is the beginning of a new life for you. We hope that you will be very successful in what you do. We want you to make a lot of money, right? We want you to get good jobs, and we want you to be very successful. Les deseamos que puedan encontrar un trabajo muy bueno, que pague bien, que haga mucho dinero y que sea satisfactorio, que les llene de felicidad. And as you do all of that, I want you to take a look back and say to yourself, is there anyone out there that might need to be in the place that I am now? ¿Verdad? Quiero que piensen, que cuando se gradúen, piensen que quizás hay otra persona que como ustedes pueda tener una oportunidad de graduarse, ¿no? Y que le puedan ustedes extender la mano para que esas personas se gradúen y puedan también tener éxito. Ese es el lema del centro, ayudarnos a nosotros para ayudar a otras personas, ¿ok? Entonces con eso les doy un saludo bien caluroso. Espero que tengan un buen programa, Y me despido por ahora. I just want to say, with that, I leave you to have a great program and wish you a lot of success. And have a great evening and a great program. Y muchas felicitaciones en la graduación. Much congratulations on this, the day of your graduation. Gracias. Hasta luego.
Muchísimas gracias, Dr. Chinea. Wonderful words of encouragement. I'd like to take a brief moment to acknowledge the many contributions of people, programs, and units that have stepped up to make this amazing celebration a reality. Today, we recognize our event partners, the Latinx Faculty and Staff Association. If you're in the room, wave. I know some of the folks are here. Awesome. The Latinx Student Association, the Native Development Network and Learning Community, the Native American Student Organization, and the Office of Multicultural Student Engagement, who did this amazing art for us, so we're so appreciative of their support. Muchísimas gracias por su cooperación. We also want to highlight some guests who are in the audience today. Joining us are Dr. Marquita Chamblay. I know I saw Marquita out in the audience. There you are. We affectionately call her La Madrina, right, of the Latinx Faculty and Staff Association. Dr. Chamblay is the Chief Diversity Officer. Dr. Jorge L. Chinea, our LAS Director. Dr. Karen Marrero, Associate Professor of History. Dr. Michael Kroll. Osvaldo Rivera, LAS Instructor. Thank you all for joining us. So today I have the pleasure of inviting our guest speaker to the stage. Rachel Yamakura is an equity and inclusion expert, a social justice luminary and cultural innovator. Well known for her expertise and effervescence, Rachel is a relatable bridge builder who captivates, inspires, and mobilizes those with whom she connects. Currently serving as Lansing Community College's inaugural Director of Equity and Inclusion, Rachel leads a diverse team in developing and implementing strategies to embed into all college procedures, operations, and policies. Since childhood, Rachel has been dedicated to helping communities and organizations eradicate barriers related to race, ethnicity, immigration status, diverse ability, sexual orientation, gender, and various additional identities of underrepresented and marginalized peoples. Her goal is to establish a more equitable future for everyone through forming strategic partnerships to revolutionize and reshape public institutions and public policy. I ask Rachel Yamakura to please join us on the stage.
Thank you. That was pretty amazing. It feels so amazing to be back at home. I graduated in 2008, and so I didn't have the same opportunity that you all have here tonight. I want to once again reiterate and just recognize the faculty who've spent countless hours investing in our students, many of you who are first generation in all senses of the word. I appreciate the efforts that everyone has made into making tonight a success. To the families that we're born with, the families that we've made, including my own, I want to acknowledge you. Thank you. Thank you for doing more than what was required to mold and nurture these brilliant human beings into what they are today so that they could become warriors. They wouldn't be here were it not for you. In fact, none of us would be here were it not for a community of loved ones who were here to ensure that we stayed in pursuit of our dreams. During this pandemic, we've watched our communities be disproportionately impacted and ravaged by COVID. Now, this isn't the first time that Indigenous and Latino communities have been devastated by disease. It's not our first time having to grapple with a plague from outside of our borders. But this is the first time that any of us have had to experience it and keep moving forward as though everything is normal, when in fact it's anything but. So despite the events that have taken place these last couple of years, I'm looking at a room that's filled with Latinx and Indigenous excellence. And on top of the dedication and late night cram sessions, I'm sure that some of you are guilty of that, I want to acknowledge the perseverance that it took all of you to get here. You're making us proud, like really, really proud. It's amazing to look out and see what our future looks like. Know that your successes are our successes. You're motivating current and future Latinx and Indigenous Wayne State warriors to complete their degrees, and that's no small feat. So with that, I want to say congratulations to everyone. Please, let's give a round of applause for tonight's graduates. In my life, I have been very fortunate, but it didn't happen without the help of others. I did not get here on my own. I'm here speaking to you tonight because someone thought I should be here. I've had family, friends, mentors, our own legend, Ozzy, somewhere, who I saw earlier, Ozzy Rivera, who have made it a point to help me get to where I intend to go. You, as graduates, have an obligation to the people who came before you, those sitting next to you, those who will come after you, and honor them and honor those who have paved the way. I'm grateful for each of the people who have sacrificed for me, shaping me in the process. But when I think of those who have had the biggest impact on who I am today, it would be my grandfathers, both of them, Frank and Arthur. Now, they inhabit another sphere now, but they're here with me everywhere I go. So since I was given this opportunity, I've really been thinking, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to talk about? And they told me that I need to communicate with you all that we are one. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. My grandpa, Frank, was a proud man of Indigenous Colombian and Muskogee parentage. He was a curandero, a traditional healer. People came from far and wide to be healed by him, and I'm humbled to say that I'm very much my grandfather's granddaughter. It was gifted to me in an unbroken line. My grandpa was unlike anyone I've ever met. You know, he had a way of turning his dreams into a reality, almost like magic. He was the embodiment of the famous Machado poem that tells us, "Walker, there is no road. We create the road by walking." So he was compelled to come to Detroit by the advice of the then famous healer, Edgar Cayce. Some of you may know who that was. Many of you are too young to know who that was. Anywho, Edgar Cayce told him that his mission was here in Detroit. So with no ties to the region, my grandfather came here without questioning it. My grandfather began a janitorial business where he would clean various buildings, including many here on our campus. After hours, my grandfather would take my dad, my tios, who I think are here somewhere, they'd take him with him. For many years, my grandfather was a single parent to 6 children, and that's because my grandmother was institutionalized. She had mental health challenges, and in those days, that's what they did to Indigenous folks. They didn't give us a chance to heal ourselves, they locked us away. So, my grandfather desperately wanted to attend medical school here. And at the time, so this was in the early 50s, Wayne State was accepting Black students, but they didn't have a space for Indigenous people to attend medical school. However, then President Hilberry, I think we've heard that name before, he liked my grandfather, and he told him that while he couldn't permit him to attend the medical school, that he would arrange for him to unofficially study in the mortuary. So today we recognize how wrong that is. But in the time, of course, he thought that he was rather progressive. But it was here at Wayne State where my grandfather was able to take his traditional practices and buttress them through Western science. He was able to take his Indigenous practices, blend it with Western science, and bottle it into a rubbing oil that has been used to heal people since 1950 all around the world. My grandfather was a remarkable success, and he ensured that I have a healthy respect for those who came before me, my ancestors and otherwise. Unbeknownst to my grandfather at the time, he mopped these floors here on campus so that my other grandfather, Arthur, could tread upon them just a couple years later. My grandpa Arthur, who was a prolific civil rights leader, a dorm mate and friend of Martin Luther King, was able to walk through these halls because folks like my grandpa Frank had cleared the way all those years before. You see, we don't know if the person who's next to us, the person who's cleaning our classrooms, our homes, our, making our food, we don't know if in 10 years, 20 years, those folks will become similarly so renowned. And to be frank, it doesn't matter because there's dignity in all work. My grandfather Arthur was a Black American man from Americus, Georgia, who would come to Wayne State to serve as an administrator for many years, fighting structural racism in Detroit and serving as an educator and a patron of the arts. My grandfather was on the front lines of desegregating many of the places that we now enjoy without a second thought, places that Black people, Latinos, Indigenous, Jewish people could not have entered 60 years ago. For over 5 decades, my grandfather dedicated his life to serving others, but he didn't become who he was without the help of someone else. In my grandfather's case, it was his grandmother who was largely responsible for shaping him into the human being that he became. She cleaned the homes of wealthy white families to fund his education at Morehouse College. He would remind me of this very often. It's because of my grandpa Arthur that I have come to love Wayne State as much as I do. I literally grew up in the faculty administration building and on Gullen Mall. As a little girl, I was often on campus taking part in various activities. I loved visiting my grandpa's office, doodling on Wayne State letterhead, and sitting at his desk pretending to be the president of the university. I was a bit precocious as a kid. But anyway, what really sticks with me, what really sticks out in my mind, is that in 1998, I attended Wayne State's commencement and watched my grandfather receive his second honorary doctorate for dedication to advancing civil rights. My grandfather, whose own grandmother had been born into slavery, demonstrated that I could never make excuses. Knowing everything that my grandfather had to overcome, I knew there was no way that I could be mediocre in life. He set the bar much too high for me. And likewise, your loved ones have set the bar so high for you that none of you can sit and dwell in mediocrity. But my story really starts many years before my grandpa's. In the lands that are now the United States, Mexico, and Colombia. Before my time started, I was always of this land. Before my colonizing ancestors committed genocide against my Muskogee ancestors and took their land, sending them to reservations and residential schools. Before my colonizing ancestors committed genocide and kidnapped my West African ancestors to toil in mines for emeralds on plantations and in mines to fuel their voracious capitalistic appetite for sugar, tobacco, cotton, money. Before my Chinese ancestors were trafficked to Mexico as coolies to suffer on plantations in mines and guano pits, before they drew these arbitrary borders to keep my indigenous Mexican and indigenous Colombian ancestors out of this land, I was here. I will always be here because I cannot be bound by borders, and each of you is similarly shaped. You cannot be bound by borders, for you all transcend them. The only borders that exist are those that we create in our minds. One of the many lies that colonialism and imperialism have taught us is that we, Latinos and indigenous people, are separate. They have given us blood quantums, one-drop rules, blanqueamiento policies to define, categorize, measure, and dilute our indigenous and African roots. They gave us a casta system, a hierarchy, to keep us separate and at odds with one another. But we're inextricably linked, and it's always been that way. It will always be that way. Many of us have been taught that our motherland is Spain, but the truth is that we have many motherlands, including this land, but one is also Africa. What I want you to understand and embrace is that our racial and cultural differences as Latinos, as indigenous people, we're one. I'm telling this because you can never, ever let anyone convince you that we're not. The beauty of our identities is our strength. It's in our food, it's in our language, our faces, our hair, our faith traditions. It's us, and take it with you wherever you go, proudly. Hear me clearly. Regardless of the borders that have been drawn, regardless of the broken treaties, regardless of the differences that the conquistadors and colonizers tried to create to exploit us. Don't ever let anyone separate you. Don't let anyone make you think that our brothers and sisters who are Athabascan or Seminoles or Zapotec or Kuna or any of them are separate. Geography, borders, enrollment status, one-drop rules, blood quantums, they can't separate us. As a multiracial Latina, I understand what it means to exist in a liminal space, that space between neither here nor there, yet simultaneously everywhere. Many of us exist in the center of a Venn diagram. And frankly, it's a beautiful place to be. That's where the stories lie, at the intersections. We exist in the borderlands in a country that wants us to pretend that we don't exist, while paradoxically creating a system and barriers to keep us excluded. But we're here. I'm looking at all of you. You're looking at me. We're here. In my life, there have been moments when others have attempted to make me feel like I didn't belong because of my ethnicity, because of my choppy Spanish, because of my skin or my hair. They failed. I will always belong. Like water, I will flow into the spaces that I decide to be. Like water, I'll go over, under, around, through any obstacle, any boulder that is in my way. So with that, I want to take a moment and I want to talk to those of you who may feel that you don't belong. You see, when one feels they don't belong, it really erodes at their spirit. It leads them to believe that they're not valued, that they're not in alignment with their authentic selves. My mom's biological father, who was of Mexican, North African, and European roots, desperately wanted to be white. He mistakenly brought into that, thinking that because he was brown, he had no value. So that's the path he chose for himself. Eventually, he divorced my grandmother, Daisy, because she wouldn't go along with this. Now, thankfully, my grandfather married my grandmother when my mom was about 6 years old, and I'm so happy that he was my grandpa Arthur. Because if my biological grandfather had stuck around, I may not have an appreciation for my history. I may not have an appreciation of who I am. I'm thankful that I had a grandfather who made me proud. So this brings up the question, what does it mean to be Latinx? What does it mean to be indigenous? Are these things mutually exclusive? If you're not enrolled, are you any less indigenous than the person next to you who is? What if you're Black, Arab, white? Who determines who you are? Society? Tu familia? No, it's you. You decide who you are. Latinidad, indigeneity, culture, race. These things are all fluid, ever flowing like the Orinoco. So with that, I want to speak to the LGBTQ community for a moment and the diversely abled community for a moment. Those of you who are diversely abled, those of you who are trans, two-spirit, non-binary, gender fluid, non-hetero, all of you, continue being true to yourself. Continue to show up and change and fight in those spaces where you exist in this world. As an ally, I recognize that we have so much left to do, but I want you to know that I see you. I want you to know that I value you, and I'm working diligently to break down the barriers that are keeping you excluded within our own community. I don't want you to be tolerated. You need to be respected and honored. To my fellow allies, as cisgender, heterosexual, able-bodied people, we have to do better. There's no excuse. We need to do the work required to ensure that we're intentionally making space for true inclusivity within our communities. Collectively, we work together to fight bigotry, racism, immigration issues. We need to get together on this. Our brothers, our sisters, our non-binary members of our community are being left out. You're going to have to push back against cultural norms. You're going to have to push back against people that you love. But love for your fellow human being looks like that. And sometimes we have to do difficult things. That's integrity in action. We have an obligation to help one another. We need each other to thrive. We need each other. The whole world needs us. When I think of how much we need each other, I think of how Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta were able to accomplish so much for farm workers. But the truth is that the lives of those who feed us day in and day out are still in peril. Fight for them. I'm sure there are some DACA recipients and some dreamers in this room. Make sure you're fighting for those people who are part of our community and who are not part of our community, who are undocumented. Fight for Black lives. Fight to protect Asian people from violence. Fight to protect LGBTQ rights. Fight to find our missing women and girls. These issues are our issues, and there is not a single issue that's separate from us. I believe that through our indigenous practices, we can move our planet towards a more sustainable future. Our ancestors practiced sustainability, knowing that future generations would be reliant upon their efforts to move the whole planet forward. We have to honor the past to protect the future, to protect our waterways, the climate, humanity, and the planet as a whole. We have a responsibility to address the climate crisis, and this should be done in ways that connect with our indigenous beliefs and heritage. So how do we harness our collective power to change the world? Become an activist. Become active in your communities. Run for political office. Apply firm pressure to institutions to do more than just issue land acknowledgements. Make them take concrete actions and give back to the people whose land that they're existing on. Good intentions are not the same as systemic change. I want all of you to become the arbiters of your own change, as many of our ancestors have had to do. And in all of that, return to your traditional practices and engage in some self-care to protect your mental health, because this is heavy lifting for all of us. So with that, I'm going to leave you with some parting advice. My grandpa Arthur wants me to tell you two things that he told me every single time I talk to him. The first is always do more than what is required, which he embodied in everything he did. Sometimes that was difficult because I didn't want to do more, but I could hear him. The other is that my grandfather would stress every time I talked to him that I am not ordinary. Therefore, I should never behave or think as though I am. And so compliments of Arthur Lee Johnson, I have a pretty robust self-confidence reserve. But it illustrates that what we tell ourselves, what we tell our children, it sticks. Please be careful with the way you speak to yourselves and your children. Now, Frank wants me to tell you that service to other people is the rent that we pay to stay on this planet. He wants me to tell you, and this is really, really important, he wants me to tell you that our dreams, our imaginations, that's what creates reality for us. So it's critical that you have a vision for your life. Write down the vision for your life. He would want me to tell you that history is, in fact, written in advance. Both of my grandfathers also want me to tell you to love each other as you love yourselves. When I was a little girl, my grandpa Frank would, with irony, call me a whatnot. Why are you calling me that? I would ask him. Well, what are you not? He would answer. The answer was the same every time. So what are we not? We are an amalgamation of our ancestors' dreams. Congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud of you. To the graduating class of 2022, you did it. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
What a truly inspiring speech. Thank you so much, Rachel. That was awesome. So, every year, the Planning Committee selects representatives of the graduating class to share reflections and address their fellow graduates. Cada año escogemos estudiantes que hablarían con ustedes. So our first student speaker was scheduled to be Natalie McCabe, of the Native American Student Organization. Unfortunately, she was unable to come last minute, but we'll make sure to provide her recording on the website. So our first student speaker this evening is the definition of perseverance. Edgar simultaneously worked and took classes all while staying connected to the center and his community at Wayne State. Edgar is someone that has truly left his mark in Latino studies. And we'll now hear from Edgar. If Edgar could please join us on the stage.
All right, let's see if I can get this a little bit higher. It's okay. All right, so hello everyone. I didn't get much of an option when I was told that I was going to give a speech. So I tried to put something together for everyone, but I wasn't really sure how I was going to communicate or to whom I was going to be talking to. So it was a little bit rough. And even on my way here, I was still thinking like exactly what was it that I want to say, to who I was going to be addressing this to. Like Tamara said, it took me 11 years to finish my degree. Simultaneously working full time and we're going to class in the afternoons. It's a big toll. However, that's something that I cannot do by myself. There was definitely a lot of people involved, keep helping me, pushing me, motivating me in any sort of way as long as I kept going. One of them was initially my best friend Evan, which I met back in my senior year of high school. And he was the first one to tell me to just start college, just somewhere that you start. It doesn't have to be university, but as long as I start somewhere. After that, it came CBS, or Chicano Boricua Studies, back then now known as LAS. And it was Tamara and Raquel back then. They gave me that additional push to start enrolling in classes and start paying for classes. After that, it came my family. That one's a little bit more touchy for me. Unfortunately, they were not able to come today. They live in the state of Tennessee, so it was a bit of a drive for them. But through all of this, they were really my backbone. They were the first ones and essentially the main character in me finishing this degree. They were there through the good and through the bad, especially my dad. I feel my dad put in the most sacrifice out of everyone because it was a lot of time and money that he had to sacrifice for me. Not only did he put in the money, he had to go out of state to work in order to pay for the semesters. So in a way, I was taking my father away from my younger siblings to have him around, because originally that's the way, or that's why we came to the States in the first place, to be around my dad. After that, it was a lot of grinding. And I'm trying to stick to what I wrote here, but I don't think I'm gonna. It's just because it's honestly just a lot of people that I have to thank for. And the CVS program definitely being one of them for helping me push through, in any sort of way. They were like, hey, we have a scholarship for you here, can you take a class? We have a scholarship for you this semester, can you take a class? And it was just a class at a time, sometimes not even a class because I didn't have the money for it. But a lot of good things did happen during my time here at LAS. I met my wife, who's unfortunately not able to be here because she is graduating with her master's over in Maine. So I get to see her this week for that. After that, like I said, I got married, so I actually added a new family into my roster. And for the last, I'll say 3-4 years, they helped me finish the second half of my degree. Because there was a point in time where I just wanted to give up. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing this because it was a lot. It was a lot of stress, it was a lot of work, and ultimately I was essentially ready to just stop. But like I said, I met my wife and she was like, no, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing, you're almost there. And 3 years later, here we are. Lastly, I think I just want to thank everyone here for joining us today. Congratulations to all of the graduates. If you are pursuing a master's or PhD, that's power to you because I think I had enough after 11 years. But most importantly, I just want to thank my dad for being a great mentor. He showed me that if you put the work, you'll get where you need to be. And then I also like to thank my father-in-law because he was my mentor for this second half. He not only showed me that putting work gets you somewhere, but putting the work, having a side hustle, like really being focused and pushing through, it really showed me another aspect that I didn't think of that it was possible for me. So thanks to them, thanks to the center, and like they say, once you make it big and you're making the money, remember to donate to the center, or time, whichever feels more comfortable for you. But again, just thank you, everyone. Really excited to be here. It still feels surreal. And congratulations to all of you. That's all.
He's tall. Muchísimas gracias, Edgar. That was awesome. And you will be so incredibly missed, but you all heard it. Mentors were important for him. So, Mr. Mechanical Engineer, we need professional mentors for the Latino Studies students, right? So our next and final student speaker for this evening is the definition of grace and hard work. Alyssa has worked tirelessly to excel in her nursing courses and make an impact in the health industry. We are pleased to feature Alyssa Vasquez.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Edgar. That was an awesome speech. A little hard to follow up. So my name is Alyssa Vasquez, and I am getting my bachelor's in the science of nursing with my minor in Latin American studies. So my journey started here in 2015. As a first-generation college student, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was a little rough. I really didn't know where to start. Sorry. I told myself I wouldn't cry because I cry like Kim Kardashian. It's just not cute. So, like I said, I didn't really know where to start. I didn't know how to study. I didn't know what help was available to me. It was just rough. And then I got a couple B's. Yes, B's. And one lovely nursing advisor told me to explore my options because I wouldn't get into the nursing program. And I wish he was here today so I could be like, yeah, I did it. So I decided to change my major, but I didn't finalize my major. So I decided to do Spanish and continue my pre-nursing courses with the hopes of still applying into the program and hopefully getting in. So I took all the classes I needed. I worked in the field. I prepared the application, and I wrote my admission essays I don't know how many times with Professor Nicole Trujillo Pagan. Shout out to her because it was hours and hours and hours of writing that essay, which I'm really proud of. And in all honesty, if it wasn't for the support of the center, Dr. Nicole Trujillo Pagan, Tamara for answering my 1,000,001 questions, Melissa, and one professor, Roxana Zuniga, I don't think I could have maintained the level of resilience that I did throughout this journey. So let's fast forward to 2019. I got admitted into the College of Nursing and I cried my eyes out. And honestly, I don't think the tears ever stopped after that. I like to joke around and say it was the worst 3 years of my life. My fellow nursing students can, I think you guys can agree to that. But honestly, the last 3 years have helped me grow so much as a person, and I don't think I would change anything about it. I stand here today a better person, more understanding. I consider myself to be more compassionate, and honestly just more confident than the little girl I was in 2015 when I started here. We're one of the very few Hispanic students in the College of Nursing, and I am proud to say that I am graduating with a 4.0 GPA, a little brag about myself. Thank you. So getting this degree means the world to me, and it makes me so proud that I'm able to do this, not only for myself, but for my family and everybody that sacrificed hours and hours of words of encouragement at the meal. And thank you so much to everybody who helped me along the way. Again, to the center, Tamara, everybody, you guys are really, truly amazing. And throughout the last 3 years, I'm sorry I haven't been as present, but trust me, I think about you guys all the time, and I always remember it wouldn't have been possible without all the love and encouragement you guys gave me. So I just wanted to tell everybody that everybody's journey is different. No journey is perfect. Trust me, I'm living proof of it. But it can be done, and it will all be worth it. And congratulations to everybody graduating today. We did it.
Thank you, Alyssa. We're excited to wish you well on your professional journey and so excited to see what's to come next. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the announcement of this year's Nuevo Comienzo participants and Wayne State graduates. Graduates, we will call you one by one and ask you to join us on stage. Then you will have your photo taken over there by a professional photographer. So Dr. Chinea, please join us on stage. So I'd like to ask, so from the Wayne State College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, we'll start with Giselle Alvarado Vest. Please join us on stage. Giselle has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Latino Studies. So Giselle shares, I am thankful for my family and their support. We celebrate you, Giselle. Next we have Jose Arismendi Gomez. Jose has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Spanish with minors in Public Health and Latino Studies. Jose shares, I'm proud of the person who I have become, and I couldn't have done it without the love and support from my family and friends and mentors. We celebrate you, Jose. Next, we celebrate Denisha Barnett. Denisha wasn't available to join us today, but Denisha completed a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice with minors in Forensic Investigation and Policing and Latino Studies. Denisha shares, thank you for all the support you've given me during my college journey. We celebrate you, Denisha. Next, we have Nicolas Cedo. No. Josefina Diaz Orsi. Josefina is completing a Bachelor of Arts, or has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with minors in Music Technology and Latino Studies. Josefina shares, esto es para todos nosotros. Next, we have Pamela Esparza. Pamela has completed a Bachelor of Science in Public Health with minors in Nutrition and Food Science and Latino Studies. Pamela shares, I want to thank my friends, mentors, and families for supporting me. We celebrate you, Pamela. We'd also like to celebrate Esther Guerrero. Esther was unable to attend today, but she's completed a Bachelor of Science in Public Health with a minor in Latino Studies. Esther shares, I would like to thank God, my family, and acquaintances who have helped me along my educational journey. We celebrate you, Esther. Next, we have Andrea Gutierrez Cardenas. Andrea has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Latino Studies. Andrea shares, I thank my family first and foremost, but I want to give extra thanks to Melissa, Tamara, Zach, and everyone else in the program for guiding me every step of the way as a first-gen student. Gracias. We celebrate you, Andrea. Next, we have Joelle Joyner. Joelle has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Asian Studies and a Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Joelle shares, thank you to all my family and friends who have supported me. Next, we bring Kimberly Klein-Hans to the stage. Kimberly has completed a graduate certificate in nonprofit management. Kimberly shares, I could not have done it without the support of my partner, Jerry Copeland. We celebrate you, Kimberly. Next we have Alexa Lopez. Alexa has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with minors in Public Relations and Latino Studies. Alexa shares, gracias a mis padres y a mi hermana por todo su apoyo. Los quiero mucho. Next we have Daniela Lupercio. Daniela has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with a minor in Latino Studies. Daniela shares, quiero agradecerle a mi familia y amistades por todo su apoyo y todo lo que han hecho por mí. Los quiero mucho. We celebrate you, Daniela. Next, we want to celebrate Marifer Manzanares Bobadilla. Marifer wasn't available to join us today, but we did want to celebrate her. She's completing a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with a minor in Statistics. Marifer shares, thank you to my family for supporting me throughout my studies and all of the decisions I have made. We celebrate you, Maria Fernanda. Next, we have Abelicia Ortiz. Abelicia has completed a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice with a minor in Forensic Science and Policing. Abelicia shares, to my mother who came from Puerto Rico at a very young age and to struggle to make life work with mi abuela who only knew Spanish. This is for you. We did it. Next we have Jasmine Perez. Jasmine has completed a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with a minor in Latino Studies. Jasmine shares, quiero agradecer a mi familia, mejores amigos, Alfonso, Melissa, Tamara, Isaac. No podría haberlo hecho sin todos ustedes. We celebrate you. Next we have Elena Rios. Elena has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Science and Disorders with minors in Spanish and Latino Studies. When asked to share, Elena says, to my family, friends, thank you for your endless love and support. I couldn't have done this without you. Next, we have Tatiana Rios. Tatiana Rios has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology with a minor in Latino Studies. Tatiana shares, she believed she could, so she did. Yes, she did. We celebrate you, Tatiana. Next, we have Brenda Rodriguez. Brenda has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Latino Studies. Brenda shares, thank you for believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself. I wouldn't be here without you. Brenda Rodriguez. Next we have Ricardo Rodriguez. He has completed a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice with a minor in Latino Studies. When Ricardo shared, thank you to my family and all those who have supported me through the journey. We celebrate you, Ricardo. We celebrate, although unable to attend today, Mariana Sierra has completed a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience with a minor in Latino Studies. Mariana shares, I want to thank my mom and Randy for helping me all these years. I would not have been able to go as far as I have without them. We celebrate you, Mariana. Next, we have Sarah Ibarra.
No tengo esa.
Sarah has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology with minors in Digital Art and Photography and Latino Studies. Sarah shares, I would like to thank my mother, Patricia Gonzalez, for all her hard work as a single mother. We celebrate you, Sarah. Next, we have graduates from the Wayne State School of Social Work. First up on stage is Isabela Buentello. Isabela has completed a Bachelor of Social Work with a minor in Latino Studies. Isabela shares, I'm thankful to have a great support system in my family. My older siblings have always encouraged me to never give up and guided me through life. Most of all, I want to thank my mom for being an inspiration to me and giving me the confidence to succeed. Thank you for believing in me when I did not believe in myself. Next, we have Daisy Diaz. Daisy has completed a Master's of Social Work at Wayne State University. When asked to share, Daisy shares, thank you to all of my loved ones for believing in me. We celebrate you, Daisy. Next, we have Estenia Elizabeth. Estenia has completed a Master's of Social Work. When asked to share, Estenia shares, I dedicate this accomplishment to my husband, Danny, and my daughter, Viviana, my source of inspiration and motivation. We celebrate you. Next, we have Leslie Torres. Leslie has completed a Master's of Social Work. When asked to share, Leslie shares, gracias a mis padres por sus sacrificios, esfuerzos y apoyo. Los quiero mucho. Next, we have graduates from the Mike Ilitch School of Business. First up, Fernanda Alvarado. Fernanda has completed a Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Fernanda shares, thank you to my amazing family for supporting and loving me every step of the way. We celebrate you, Fernanda. So our next graduate isn't available, but we wanted to celebrate her. Stefania Aliatim Velasquez completed a Bachelor of Science in Management Information Systems with a minor in Latino Studies.
This is
Stefania shares, thank you, Mama y Abuelita, for showing me what strength, beauty, and grace looks like. That has shaped me to be the woman I am today. We celebrate you, Stefania. Also unable to attend is Mariana Beltran, with a Bachelor of Science in Finance and a minor in Latino Studies. Mariana shares, I want to thank the Latino Studies program and the staff for always providing me with all the resources I need. We celebrate you, Mariana. Next, we have Jorge Fernandez. Jorge has completed a Bachelor of Science in Management Information Systems with a minor in Latino Studies. Thank you to my parents, siblings, best friends, and my fraternity brothers for seeing my potential and never letting me give up on myself. Felicidades, Jorge. Next, we celebrate, not here, but we celebrate Jonathan JJ Guevara. Jonathan has completed a Bachelor of Science in Accounting with a minor in Latino Studies. JJ shares, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
This is out of water.
And so the next person we celebrate but wasn't able to attend is Elba Lara Eddington. Elba has completed a Bachelor of Science in Management Information Systems. And when asked to share, Elba shares, thank you to everyone that believed in me. We celebrate you, Elba. Next we have Luis Sanchez. Luis has completed a Bachelor of Science in Management with a minor in Latino Studies. Luis shares, thank you to all of my friends, family, LAS advisors, familia for supporting me and pushing me to do my best and not give up. We celebrate you, Luis. We'd also like to celebrate Roel Villarreal. He's completed a Bachelor of Science in Management with a minor in Latino Studies. He is currently taking a business final, so we're here. We're here with you. We're hoping you're doing well. Roel shares, thank you to my friends and family that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. We celebrate you, Roel. And another business student, Humberto Villarroel, has completed a Bachelor of Science in Finance with a minor in Latino Studies. Humberto shares a sincere and special thank you to everyone, especially my family, who has helped me tremendously to achieve one of my major goals. We celebrate you, Humberto. Next, we have graduates from the College of Education. And first up, we have Marlena Frontera. Marlena has completed a Master's of Education in Learning Design and Technology. Marlena shares, to my husband and my daughters, thank you for always supporting me throughout my studies. Next we have Heather Garcia. Heather has completed a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology with a minor in Latino Studies. Heather says, to my mom, thanks for continuously supporting me throughout all of my endeavors. I'm so grateful because I couldn't be here without you. We celebrate you, Heather. We'd also like to celebrate Daniela Garibay, who received a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Daniela shares, thank you to my family, friends, and colleagues for supporting me in my educational journey. We'd also like to share Natalie McCabe, who's received a Master's of Education in Art Education. Natalie shares, I couldn't have completed this work without the love and support of my family. Shimigwich. Next, we'd like to also celebrate Leslie Ortiz, who's completed a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. We celebrate you, Leslie. Next on stage, we have Yasmin Uresti Valderas. Jasmine has completed a Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Sports Science with a minor in Latino Studies. Jasmine shares, I want to thank my parents for always loving and supporting me, especially through these 4 years of college. We celebrate you, Jasmine. Next are our graduates from the College of Nursing. First on stage, we have Marta Huerta. Marta has completed a Bachelor's in Science of Nursing, and Marta shares, gracias mamá y papá por todo su apoyo. We celebrate you, Marta. Next, we have Amada Macias. Amada is also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And when asked to share, Amada shares, a first-generation student who did this for herself. We celebrate you, Amada. Next, we have Alyssa Vasquez. Alyssa has also completed a Bachelor of Science in Nursing with a minor in Latino Studies. Alyssa shares, thank you to my family, more importantly to my mom, my abuela Linda, and my boyfriend Artemio for all the love and support throughout my journey. We celebrate you, Alyssa. Next we have Rosario Velasquez Cervantes. Rosario brought the community with her. We celebrate you, Rosario. She's received, I love that. She's received the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rosario shares, thank you for believing in me and supporting me every day in this journey. This is all for us. I love you so much. Next, we have the graduates from the College of Engineering. Our first graduate on stage, Edgar Hernandez Armenta. Edgar has completed a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Edgar shares, shout out to Melissa Morse for giving me the push I needed to finish my degree when I was ready to give up. We celebrate you, Edgar. Next, we have Carlos Martinez. Carlos has completed a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. He shares, couldn't have done it without the support of my family and friends. Next, we have Ezequiel Olvera Nava. Ezequiel has completed a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering with a minor in Latino Studies. It is possible to have a minor as well. He shares, I would like to thank my family, more specifically my parents, whom I owe my entire academic and professional career to. I am not a self-made man after all. Unable to attend, but we'd like to celebrate Jorge Sanchez, who's received the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, also with a minor in Latino Studies. We celebrate you, Jorge. Next, we have our graduates from the College of Fine, Performing, and Communication Arts. First on stage, Miguel Diaz. Miguel has completed a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art. Miguel shares, I would like to thank my family, especially my parents, friends, and the Center for Latino, Latina, and Latin American Studies for all the support and help. Felicidades, Miguel. Next we have Elena Marcosi. Elena has completed a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art Honors with a University Honors co-major. Elena has minors in both psychology and Latino studies. Elena shares, thank you to everyone who's encouraged and empowered me to follow my dreams. We celebrate you, Elena. Next we have Daisy Ramirez. Daisy has completed a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies with a minor in Spanish. Daisy shares, the sky is the limit, never give up on your dreams. And next are the graduates from the Wayne State Graduate School. First up, we have Analí Zavala Ramos. Analí has completed a Master's in Social Work and a Master's in Public Health. Analí shares, I would like to thank my husband, my parents, and my siblings for their continuous support and motivation. And next we have a graduate from the Wayne State Law School. Although unable to attend, we wanted to celebrate Sierra Islas. Sierra has completed her JD. When asked to share, she says, this is for my family who never had the opportunity to pursue their dreams. We have our first lawyer. Thank you, Dr. Chanel. So So we'd like to take a moment to celebrate all of the students in this graduating class who also received a minor in Latino, Latina, and Latin American Studies. So if you could all stand, those of you that have a minor in Latino Studies. We celebrate you. Felicidades. So after the ceremony is over, we're going to take all these amazing photos. So don't go away. Awesome, thank you. I'd like to invite Gizigat back onto the stage for the round dance song. Christy. Oh, there. So at this time, we'd like to take a moment to ask you all to make some noise for our Wayne State Nuevo Comienzo graduating class of 2022. So we're going to take a moment as we have our performance segment. On the stage, Mariachi Family de Detroit. We are so incredibly excited to have them here with us.
It was just so short. I can't do more. Hey, y'all. I just want to take like 2 minutes to talk about our story. But basically, my name is Camila. I founded this group, Mariachi Family of Detroit, 6 years ago when I was 16. It's because for the longest time, I was just going around touring, playing with a bunch of mariachis around the state that were all men, and it was really interesting. It was an interesting dynamic, and I finally got to the point that I was like, you know what, like there should be a woman mariachi in Detroit, or in Michigan. So I'm Gabriela. I play the Cabron. I also play the Vicuela. To my left, I have Alida Casares, who's one of the veterans of the group. Alida literally been with us since the first day. Like, I had an open house to see who would want to join the band, and she was the only one that showed up. It was like disappointing in the moment, but now it's like legendary, you know, because she's been with us ever since. Then I have Rita, also to Anita's left, Rita Ramirez. Yes, Rita is a true bird, because she's pregnant. She's gonna have another mariachi baby. We have a lot of mariachi babies. And then we have Sheree Rowe on the trumpet. So, yeah. We've been kind of playing and doing my thing for more or less 4 to 6 years. You know, that's when everybody came on. So we're just going to do a few songs. And congratulations to everybody that graduated. Mariachis are always, you know, hired for a cause of celebration. And this is definitely worth celebrating. So yeah, congratulations to everybody. Do we have anybody from Michoacan here? Man. All right, this one's for you. Got one person. Alright, so this next one, I wish you all weren't so like formal. Y'all are kind of a timid crowd. It's okay, I'll warm you up the next song. But this next song is like cumbia. If there's any, brave people or whatever, there's like plenty of space to dance on the side. But if y'all want to be shy, it's okay. But hope you enjoy either way. Yeah, enjoy. So for this next one, this is our last song of the, yeah, it's the last song that we're doing tonight. But I don't know, for Anita to come out and, sing this song the way it's meant to be sung, she needs a little energy from you guys. So we're gonna try something. Who here does a mean grito?
My mom.
Is she here? Okay, I would invite you to come to the stage, but it's okay, not everybody likes the spotlight. So what we'll do is, oh, let's go, let's go. Wrong vehicle. So would you like to, everybody knows this song. I'm certain everybody knows this song, so I expect you all to sing it, maybe cry. If there was tequila, we would all take shots, but that's not till later. So would you like to bless us off? This song is, actually, you guys will know the song. I'm not even gonna say it. But do you want to do the first one, and then kick us off, and we'll do the song after you?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Would you want to start the song, and then I could do it?
That sounds even better. Let's do that.
camino a la locura, y aunque todo me tortura, sé querer. Nos dejamos hace tiempo, me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Dejamos hace tiempo, me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Thank you guys so much. Oh, shoot. I don't know, you guys have a program. Stop playing. But, y'all funny. Oh wait.
Una más. All says yes.
Okay.
noise for our Wayne State Nuevo Comienzo graduating class of 2020. So as I mentioned, the video recording will be emailed out to all graduates and posted on our website. Gracias, buenas noches, and graduates, please come up forward because we're going to take a group photo. So felicidades.